Hurricane Beryl, a compact but powerful Category 1 hurricane, slammed into the heart of Houston, Texas, unleashing a torrent of wind and rain upon the sprawling metropolis.
On the morning of July 8, 2024, the storm made landfall, its eye passing directly over the city center, bringing with it sustained winds of 90 miles per hour.
The storm surge, while not as significant as initially feared, still caused widespread flooding along the coast and in low-lying areas. The relentless downpour, totaling over 10 inches in some parts of the city, overwhelmed drainage systems, turning streets into rivers and submerging homes and businesses.
As the storm raged, the city was plunged into darkness. Power lines snapped, transformers exploded, and the iconic Houston skyline disappeared behind a curtain of rain and swirling debris. The roar of the wind was punctuated by the screech of metal, the shattering of glass, and the ominous cracking of trees succumbing to the onslaught. Thousands of residents, huddled in their homes, rode out the storm, their anxiety heightened by the constant barrage of news reports and the eerie howling of the wind outside their windows.
If you found this update helpful, please like and subscribe for more timely news and updates. The storm surge, while less severe than anticipated, still wreaked havoc on Houston's coastal communities. The rising waters inundated homes, businesses, and critical infrastructure, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. Boats were torn from their moorings and tossed ashore like toys, while cars bobbed in the murky floodwaters.
The storm surge also breached levees in some areas, exacerbating the flooding and displacing residents who had chosen to stay put. Inland, the relentless rainfall overwhelmed drainage systems, turning streets into raging torrents. The water rose quickly, trapping motorists in their vehicles and forcing residents to seek refuge on rooftops. Emergency services struggled to respond to the overwhelming number of calls for help, hampered by downed trees, power lines, and impassable roads. The situation was particularly dire in low-lying areas and neighborhoods with inadequate drainage infrastructure, where residents found themselves trapped in their homes, surrounded by rising floodwaters.
As Hurricane Beryl moved on, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake, the true extent of the devastation began to emerge. The storm claimed the lives of 3 people in Houston, a stark reminder of the deadly power of nature. A young couple was killed when a towering oak tree crashed through the roof of their home, while an elderly woman drowned after becoming trapped in her flooded apartment. In addition to the fatalities, dozens more were injured, some critically by falling debris, floodwaters, and other storm-related incidents.
The storm left behind a city reeling from the impact. Over 500,000 homes and businesses were without power, some for days or even weeks. Roads were impassable, littered with debris, downed trees, and power lines. Schools and businesses remained closed indefinitely as the city struggled to assess the damage and begin the long process of recovery. The economic impact of the storm was expected to be significant, with businesses facing lost revenue, property damage, and the cost of cleanup and repairs.
In the immediate aftermath of Hurricane Beryl, the city of Houston sprang into action. First responders, working tirelessly amidst the devastation, rescued stranded residents, provided medical assistance, and cleared debris from roads and critical infrastructure.
The George R. Brown Convention Center, a familiar sight for Houstonians during major storms, was once again transformed into a massive shelter, providing refuge, food, and medical attention to thousands of displaced residents.
Local authorities, led by Mayor Sylvester Turner, coordinated relief efforts, working closely with state and federal agencies to secure resources and assistance. The Federal Emergency Management Agency, or FEMA, deployed teams to the affected areas, providing financial assistance, temporary housing, and other essential services to residents impacted by the storm. The National Guard was also activated, assisting with search and rescue operations, debris removal, and security in the hardest-hit areas. Hurricane Beryl, while a significant storm, paled in comparison to the devastation wrought by Hurricane Harvey in 2017. Harvey, a Category 4 hurricane, dumped over 50 inches of rain on Houston, causing catastrophic flooding that claimed over 100 lives and caused billions of dollars in damage.
The memory of Harvey loomed large as Beryl approached, prompting a sense of dread and anxiety among many Houstonians. However, the lessons learned from Harvey were evident in the city's response to Beryl. Improved infrastructure, enhanced emergency preparedness, and a heightened awareness of the risks posed by major storms all contributed to a more effective and coordinated response.
While the impact of Beryl was significant, it served as a reminder of Houston's resilience and its ability to weather even the most powerful storms. Even as Houston grappled with the devastation left behind by Hurricane Beryl, there were glimmers of hope and resilience amidst the ruins. Neighbors helped neighbors, sharing food, water, and shelter with those in need.
Volunteers flocked to the affected areas, offering their time, skills, and resources to assist with cleanup and recovery efforts. The spirit of community, so evident in the aftermath of previous disasters, shone through once again.
The road to recovery would be long and arduous, but the people of Houston were determined to rebuild their lives and their city. With the support of local authorities, state and federal agencies, and the unwavering spirit of community, Houston would once again rise from the ashes, stronger and more resilient than ever before.